Now we move on to the classification of polymers on the basis of mode of polymerization. Polymerization is the fundamental process by which low molecular mass compounds are converted into high molecular weight compounds by linking together of repeating structural units with covalent bond. This process is given in the following reaction. Students, we have learned the definition for polymer. How the polymer is going to form? It is from monomer. Number of the monomer is small unit. Number of the monomers combined together, linked together to form a long chain compound which is polymer. So ultimately monomer having lower molecular weight and polymer is going to have high molecular weight as it is going to link with each other. Low molecular mass material, it is nothing but the what? Yes, monomer. And high temperature or pressure and use of the catalyst gives you the polymerization product. It is high molecular mass, that is nothing but polymer. There are three modes of polymerization according to the types of reaction taking place between the monomer. Three types on the mode of polymerization. First is addition polymerization, condensation polymerization and ring opening polymerization. We are going to start with the discussion for addition polymerization, that is chain growth polymerization. Addition polymerization. We have to see first the process. Addition polymerization is the process of formation of polymer by addition of monomer without loss of any small molecules. See here, this is the very important word, without loss of any small molecule. Students, if we are observing here, polymers by addition of monomer without loss, this is the important word, without loss, we have to see that. And without loss, when we are observing, then without loss means it is addition polymerization, without loss of any small molecule is there. The repeating units of addition, repeating units of an polymers or that monomer to give the polymer from the original one. It is the reaction, it is the process which is going to give you directly formation of the product, that is polymer, and no any byproduct we are observing here, that is no any loss of any molecule. Loss of any molecule means what we are saying here, sometimes H and OH, what is the formation? H2O. So loss of this molecule may be happen. Sometimes R is going to remove R and OH. So what is here? Alcohol is going to remove. Sometimes ammonia, like this the byproducts may be there. If H and Cl is going to remove, hydrochloric acid is going to remove. But in this addition type, formation of polymer is without loss of any small molecule takes place. Compounds containing double bond undergo addition polymerization. It is also referred as a vinyl polymerization. Vinyl polymerization, that is the double bond containing compound. So it is vinyl polymerization. Next one we have to see vinyl chloride, CH2 double bond CH Cl, chlorine is there, therefore vinyl chloride. Formation of polyethylene from ethylene as is the well known example for the addition polymerization. Students, we are using that carry bags, we are saying carry bag. What is that carry bag? It is nothing but the polythene bag. We are saying that is nothing but the polyethylene molecule, and monomer is here given, it is ethylene. So that is the well known example for the addition polymerization as given here. Free radical mechanism is the most common in addition polymerization. It is also called chain reaction, which involve three steps. Step 1, chain initiation, chain propagation, and chain termination. Chain initiation means chain is going to start. Propagation, formation of the chain on continuation. Termination, formation of the chain get stop, totally stop, and that is nothing but the termination. We have to end that polymerization. So we move on to the next slide for the free radical mechanism. This is the important one we are going to study now. Free radical mechanism we are going to discuss now. Step 1, chain initiation. The chain reaction is initiated by a free radical. Students, free radical, what is that? First we are going to discuss for that point. What is the free radical? We have studied in the 11th standard. If I give carbon single bond carbon, carbon carbon single bond means how many electron? Correct. 2 electrons means single bond. 4 electron means double bond. 6 electron triple bond. We studied this. Now tell me students, if I am going to break this carbon carbon single bond, what is going to happen? Formation of 2 carbon is there? Yes, but it is along with the 1 electron on first carbon, 1 electron on the second carbon. And what is this electron? That is nothing but the single electron, which is called as a free radical. Clear with this? What is free radical? Carbon single bond carbon. Single bond means 2 electron. When I am going to break this carbon carbon single bond, formation of 2 carbon atom with single electron, and this is unpaired electron, is called as a free radical. Clear? Now observe. Example for the free radical mechanism is given here. First step we are observing, it is initiation. How the chain is going to initiate. Start कैसे होगा reaction. See here. Which are the initiators are used? Initiator are used here: peroxide, acetyl peroxide, benzoyl peroxide, tertiary butyl peroxide. You can observe all the three are peroxide. Peroxide means 1 oxygen extra. Okay. Example for acetyl peroxide gives formation of methyl radical. Methyl radical means what will be here? Methyl is CH3 and methyl radical means here electron, single electron on the CH3. See the reaction. CH3, C double bond O, oxygen oxygen single bond, C double bond O, CH3. What is this? Acetyl peroxide. See here, oxygen to oxygen bond is going to break. And what is going to happen? CH3, C double bond O, O. That is, breaking is here. Okay? So radical is on oxygen. And that removal of CO2. Removal of CO2. How? See here. Radical is coming here. And CO2 is going to remove. Radical going to form the bond here, and this molecule is CO2, and this bond is going to break. So formation of CH3, that is methyl radical. So this is the reaction shown for the initiation. Any peroxide you can take out of these three, it is going to give you formation of radical. Acetyl peroxide gives you formation of methyl radical. The free radical, say R dot, dot is for free radical, so formed attach itself to the olefin or vinyl monomer. Vinyl monomer, just now we have seen double bond, and produces new radical made up of two parts, namely attached to the radical and the monomer unit. So this is the radical which is containing single electron. So what is going to happen? That single radical is going to do what? It is trying to gain one electron to form a bond, because two electrons form a single bond, and therefore free radicals are highly unstable and always trying to be pair with the another electron, and due to this, by the pairing, it is going to disturb the next fresh monomer. Now step 1 is clear to you. Chain initiation, that is free radical formation actually from the benzoyl peroxide. Clear with the point? Chain initiation, radical is going to form. Radical what is going to perform? Radical which is highly unstable going to break the fresh monomer. That is our next step. Chain propagation. As you see here, that radical is going to attack on the next fresh monomer. R is given here, and that carbon with the dot, that is nothing but the radical. So radical what is going to form? Single bond by taking one electron from the next fresh monomer which is coming in contact with the this radical. Okay. So radical is going to break this carbon to carbon double bond. See here, you can see the formation of single bond now instead of double bond will takes place. So radical is going to break carbon carbon double bond and formation of the compound, which is the chain propagation for polymer. So what is going to happen next? This propagation means it is the cultivation. The chain is going to grow here step by step, and see here, the step is very rapid and leads to the high molecular mass radical. Here is the product we are observing, students. Product we are observing which is with the radical on the carbon. What this radical is going to do? Radical when come in contact with the another fresh monomer, that is carbon carbon double bond, it is going to break that. So continuous chain is formation. That chain also, new chain also contain one radical. That radical is also going to attack on the next fresh monomer, and thus the chain is going to propagate, and it is the process chain propagation. Understood? Next, up to n number polymer we are observing, it is formation up to n number. So we have to stop somewhere the polymer growth, otherwise it is uncontrolled reaction. So what is the step we are using to control uncontrolled reaction of polymer formation? By using chain termination. Termination, we are stopping the growth of chain. It may be occur by the several process. One mode of termination is by combination of two growing chain. According to our syllabus, we are observing the only one step. It is termination by combination of two growing chain. Two growing chain, just now we saw, due to that radical formation, radical from carbon attacking on the next monomer, again radical, that radical is again going to attack on the next monomer, and long chain is going to form. And when two such chain, when combined together, this is the chain. First one, 2 number is given here. 2 means same compound or the same reactant with the radical. So this carbon radical combine with the second carbon radical and formation of carbon-carbon single bond takes place, which is shown here. See again, radical from first growing chain, second growing chain, second radical, two radicals, first radical, two radical. Two radicals means two electron, formation of single bond. Yes, and therefore formation of the single bond. And now in the this product, do you observe radical is there or single electron is there? No, because single bond formation takes place in the carbon to carbon, and therefore polymer formation get stop. This is nothing but the chain termination, and we can control the growth of the polymer formation. We are observing one video for the explanation for the same method or this step. See here, on internet number of the videos are available. You have to choose which we have to select. See, wonderful video I got from the net and I am going to share with you. Chain growth polymerization by Stephen, I think. Dissociation, see here, carbon-carbon single bond break resulting in the homolytic fission, and what is this? Formation of radical. Okay, initiation, radical what is going to do? Carbon to carbon double bond is going to break, and then carbon to carbon single bond formation takes place. Okay, blue one is radical, red carbon double bond. So that single radical is going to attack on the carbon carbon double bond and formation of the single bond is there. This is nothing but the initiation. Now what will happen? This radical again results into the radical on the last carbon and long chain. See, first one attacking on the next monomer, here again on next monomer, and the chain is going to propagate. That is shown in the video. This happens a lot in a short amount of time. Reaction is very rapid, and then radical is going to come in contact with the next monomer and going to form the chain. Breaking of double bond, formation of single bond. See here. Again radical formation, creating a long chain of a polymer. So how we can control? Here 3 steps are given. According to our syllabus, only one we know, that is by two growing chain. See here in the picture it is given by the combination of two growing chain. First chain with the radical, second chain with the radical, and two radical forms the single bond. Okay, and that is formation of the polymer gets stop. That is the termination. Termination by disproportion. Double bond and single bond is there, and third one is with the impurity. So these are the 3, just for your extra knowledge or your competitive exam. 3 methods are there. Just now we have seen in the video. According to our syllabus, only one, first one we have to study. So I think after this observing video, everybody is clear what is going to happen in the mechanism. Mechanism gives you detailed breaking and formation of bond. Which bond is going to break and which bond is going to form. That total information given by the process, it is nothing but the mechanism. So that is all about the mechanism for polymerization. In the addition polymerization, we have seen free radical mechanism or chain growth mechanism. So up to this part we have discussed today's homework. your assignment. Homework notebook you have to maintain. That is again instruction same. You have to maintain your notebook for homework. Write all the question answers in that notebook. Today only 2 questions are there for the homework, and everybody is going to submit up to 6 p.m. today only. The question number 1, write classification of polymer based on source and structure with example. Based on source, we have seen natural, synthetic, semi-synthetic. Along with the example I want. And based on the structure, long chain, branch chain and cross-linked. And second question, write a note on step growth polymerization, that is by free radical mechanism. Just now we have seen detailed stepwise along with the diagram. I want this answer. Write a note on step growth polymerization. So that is for the homework. Sources for information is from the internet. Thank you.